Hello, everybody, and welcome to Math 142 Online. Notice that we are located at wamap.org, WAMAP.org, and when you get into the course, this is what it will look like. I want to talk about a few features of WAMAP that I think will be helpful as you navigate your way through the course. Notice that you have your buttons up here for all of these things: messages, forums, course, calendar, gradebook, and logout. And you have some similar ones on the left. This is a small version of our calendar, which we'll use to tell you when assignments are due and other announcements in the course. Down here you will see what are called the blocks. Blocks are folders that you can open and get information from. I want to start with the calendar. So you can either click on calendar or you can just look at the one that's here. If I click on calendar, then that's all you will see. You can show 2 weeks, 3 weeks, all the way up through the entire quarter, which gives you kind of a brief look. You'll notice that there's a lot of things missing. That's because there are many assignments that have not shown themselves yet. So you have access to the week 1 material, and then week 2, 3, and 4, and so on will open themselves up as we move through the course. So also you can click on a particular day, like in this case April 14th, and you can see what assignments are due that day. Not only that, but you can click on the assignment. This one is a forum post for autobiographies. And you'll notice that a couple people have already posted their autobiography. And you can add a new thread, put a subject, and then put the body there. Just give us a brief introduction to yourself. These are breadcrumbs. You can always use those to go back to the previous menu. Also, if you want to, let's say that it's week 1 or week 2, but you want to look back at previous, you can use the left arrow key to look at previous weeks, and then you can click back on now to go to the current day. Next thing I want to talk about is the blocks in the course. These are the blocks. So do this first would be the first one you would click on, reading the syllabus, welcome to WAMAP, and so on and so forth. So here's the instructions for posting your autobiography, and then there's the forum post we were just at. Notice that there are multiple ways to get to certain things. Also, some of them are assignments. Some of them are just text boxes like this one. Some of them are web links or videos. Notice this one has a video here, so you can take a look at that. I also have a mini welcome video that I will upload to the course soon as well. This is that video, I should say. Anyway, so these are the blocks you can navigate through, and once you've finished a block, you can go back to the course and go into the next block. Course information, and so on. So if there's any mistakes or if there's any old information, please message me and I will fix it as soon as possible. As I mentioned before, we have assignments that are going to be due each week that will help prepare you for the midterm and eventually the final. And some of the assignments are called quizzes. Some of them are called SYW for show your work, PF for preparing for the final, and also HW for homework assignments. So you'll notice the first homework assignment due is called Section 5.1. That's because we're starting with Chapter 5. Excuse me. And if I click on that, it will give me 7 questions that are related to Section 5.1 in the textbook. And I can get help by looking at an example, a worked example. Also, some of the questions have videos posted, so you can take a look at those. So those are helpful. Not every question will have that necessarily, but many of them do. So these are your homework assignments. Do your best to fill those out. Notice that some of them have a finite number of attempts. If you can't get the correct answer in the number of attempts, you can often reattempt the question. So don't give up until you've gotten it down. Also, sometimes students are unable to get 100% on the assignments in the time allotted. And so what they sometimes do is go to messages and then send me a message. So you can send a new message to me. That's Chad Bemis. I'm the instructor. And ask for a reset or an extension on an assignment that you either missed or you didn't do as well as you'd like. You have a finite number of late passes that you can use for that purpose. So just keep that in mind. Some of the assignments are timed, I believe. So if you click on the quiz, it'll say, hey, by the way, there's a time limit, so only start it when you're ready to start. If you accidentally click OK and then don't do the assignment, the quiz, then send me a message, as I mentioned earlier, and I can reset that for you. The last type of one I want to show you is the show your work assignment, which is a problem that you can read. In this case, it has to do with satellites. And you will work this out on a piece of paper and just click on Choose File to upload your work. Once you've written all of the work on a piece of paper, take a photo of it and use that as your uploaded file. Please do not use the iPhone file extension. Please make sure to use either PDF or JPEG, because sometimes the iPhone extension files do not work, and I can't read them because I use Windows computers. Lastly, I want to mention the midterm and the final. So the midterm, and I'll go to the instructor view so you can see the midterm. So the online midterm is basically a large version of the Show Your Work assignments. So all the Show Your Work assignments will have prepared you for the midterm. And when you click on the midterm, I'm not going to show you too much, but basically there's about 20 questions. Some of them are automatically graded and some of them are graded by me. So you'll need to turn those in on the date that it's due. I hope this gives you a good start, and welcome everybody once again to Math 142.